Hello, my beautiful humans, and welcome back to the Reflection Corner. So, in the last video, we talked about philosophical thinking, how we're using it every single day without even noticing it, and how important this one is. But guess what? It actually comes in a combo. It's 2 for 1. It comes with something called critical thinking. What is critical thinking? It comes from the Latin pensare, which is to think, and críticos, which is to separate and to judge. This means critical thinking is that you are free to choose to believe whatever you want to think about, whatever you believe in. More than fine, but it's actually very deep. Let's start from the beginning. We go all the way to Socrates and his Maieutic. This means you are supposed to think about the source of why you are the way you are, of why you believe what you believe, of why you think what you think, of why you do what you do. By asking questions and trying to answer those questions, you're gonna find out a lot of different and new things, even about yourself, the reason why you do all of what you do. It's a very terrifying exercise, but it is very important because that way we're gonna understand things that are within us that we were not aware about it. The reason why we behave the way we behave. It's very. Then we move on to Plato and his dialectic. This one is, every time you think about something, try to think about that same thing but the other way around. This means when you have a thesis and then you think about its antithesis, it is very important to find a conclusion and to solve the problem with itself. A synthesis, and then analyze if it stayed the same, if it's now different, why is it different, and all the things that comes within it, and to expand our knowledge and expand our conclusions. It's very important to do this as well. Lastly, we have Aristotle and his rhetoric, and it's all the social influence that something has. It could be attitudes, methods, ideas, ideologies, all of this that is presented to us in a social matter. It could be through images, texts, books, memes. It can be whatever you can think about and how these ones affect us, how these ones impact us. I believe that for now, you've noticed that every time we talk about critical thinking, we're actually talking about a different method that will take us to the truth, that will take us to the real source. And today I'm feeling a little bit open, so I'm gonna tell you my critical thinking method. However, I want you to be critical about it and actually try to question if it's something that would work for you, if it's not gonna work for you, if you agree or disagree with me, or if you half agree with me, or if you see a flaw that might be there, please comment down below. My critical thinking method starts with an idea, something that might be new to me, or something that I would like to reflect on, something that might change on my ideas. So, after seeing that, I'm going to try to ask as many questions as I can. One in the blue potatoes. Once I've asked as many questions as I can, I'm going to investigate about it, and I'm going to try to compare as many sources or as many ideas. I'm going to ask different people. I'm going to try to see it in all the points of view. And once I've done that, I'm going to come to a conclusion that I will try to analyze and to see if it's something that I agree with, if it's something that I do not agree with, if it's something that I would use, if it's something that is not useful to me. I will come to a conclusion and I will either make it part of me because I agree with it, or not make it part of me because I disagree. Now, before leaving, I do want to say that it is okay to have different opinions and that it is okay to disagree with other people. And that as long as we're doing it with good intentions, we are allowed to discuss different points of view. In fact, we should, because we should tolerate different opinions and we should actually learn from others. That's exactly how we learn. It's very sad to think that many people is scared to ask questions or is scared to say, I don't know. Guess what? Ignorance is not the end of the world. In fact, it's the beginning of it. It's important to embrace that. However, it is also important to remember that we should be tolerant and respectful to absolutely everyone else who has different opinions, who might disagree with you. It's okay to say, hey, I disagree, but we should be respectful about it. And we should always have sources. We should have fundamentals that actually allow us to say why you disagree and what you disagree. We should always remember, it's okay to go against opinions. It's okay to discuss against opinions, not against people. Against ideas. And that is how we actually will learn. That is how we will embrace subjectivity. That is how we will find out new things, agreeing and disagreeing. Remember, critical thinking is not about I am always right and that's what you should think. Critical thinking is I might be mistaken. I don't know a lot of things. Now that I know, I am this person. And I understand that you are that person with your own subjectivity and your own critical thinking. And that's more than fine. I accept it and I embrace it. Because we're all humans. We all have different subjectivities. Let's share knowledge and let's share our ignorance. Let's remember, ignorance is not the end of the world, but the beginning of it.